What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the JW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. We are back for another live 2 days in a row now. 2 days in a row. Not really, haven't really went live quite often like this, but I'm really enjoying the momentum that the channel's getting. I'm really enjoying talking to you guys live, so I'm like, why not go live again? Why not get out of my comfort zone a little bit and talk about other teams, other players, because you know what? Life is too short to live in the comfort zone. You got to get out of that comfort zone, and you got to really go out there and, do things that make you feel uncomfortable, And I'm a little uncomfortable talking about different teams because, only thing I've ever really talked about was Colts on here mainly. I don't think I've ever really made a live talking about something that's not related to the Colts. So, very different what we're doing here tonight than what we usually do. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm trying to kind of start branching out into the entire NFL. Not a ton yet. Still sticking with a lot of Colts stuff, as you can see. But I like every team. I like doing the entire NFL. So we've been starting to branch out a little bit, not too much, but we're still sticking with the Colts content a lot. We're still going to, this is really just going to be from a Colts fan perspective, honestly. That's how you could look at it. So what's up, Joshua? Or Josh, I saw in the comments you like Josh more. What's up, Joshua? I still called you. I still said Joshua. What's up, Josh? What's good, y'all? What's up, Tones? Yo, what's up, my sir? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Is this a premiere? Just doing something else. Just doing something a little different. Just a little change up, I do have to get that Stream Element spot running. I would like to make some mini games with that. I think that would be fun. I think that's something that I could look into, that I can really look to improve and really make something out of it. Some mini games. You guys have any ideas for like maybe simple mini games? They can't be complicated because a bot isn't really that complicated. It's just very simple things. But yeah, so let's start talking about these running backs. Let's talk about I guess they're both pretty big names. One is kind of in the twilight. Both are the same age. It's just one has seemingly fell off a cliff, and the other has seemingly just been cut out of nowhere. Not necessarily out of nowhere. Some people were expecting it. I wasn't too much. But Dalvin Cook, they're both big names. They're both top dog names. Now, Ezekiell Elliot. Let's talk about Ezekiell Elliot and the Patriots first. So Ezekiell Elliot came into the league, lit the league on fire. For 4 or 5 years, he was considered one of the best, if not the best, running backs in the entire National Football League. Now, I understand Zeke is one of the most hated players in the NFL, and I can see why, but I'm one of those people, man. I don't mind him. I get it, he's a little cocky. I get it, when he jumped in the bowl, picked his shirt up, and he's doing the eating thing all the time. I'm like, he knew he was good, so he was soaking it all in, and that's what he works for. And some players like to be more quiet, more humble, but some players like to be a little bit louder, a little bit of cocky, and that's just who they are. That's just who they are as a player, and I respect it. I like a little chippiness, even if it seems a little bit over the top. I don't mind Zeke. I really don't, because I think the team kind of feeds off of that kind of energy. I think it's a good thing. So that kind of mentality that I just talked about, Zeke and the Patriots are gonna fit like a glove, man. The Patriots like this style of football that's smash mouth, that's rough and tough and ground and pounding the football. I don't really know what else to say. The Patriots just really like to run the damn football. And having 3-4 running backs that are capable of running the ball, Ramondre Stevenson, I think he's one of the better backs in the league. I think he's very underrated. You got Ty Montgomery, former Green Bay Packer, Chicago Bear, does have a fumbling problem. Did when he does play, but look at Pierre Strong Jr. He's from the running back from North Dakota State. There's a lot to like about what this team has, especially at the running back position. Now, Zeke is going to have to work on his fumbling issues, because over the last couple of years, that has been his biggest issue. He's been fumbling a lot, and Bill Belichick is not going to put up with that. If he fumbles once or twice, out, you're done. You're not getting much time. You're getting 2-3 carries a game now instead of maybe 8, 9, 10, 13. You're not going to get a lot of carries if you're going to fumble. That's any offense, but especially Bill Belichick. He's not going to deal with that. If you're going to fumble, you're not going to play. That's kind of how a lot of teams are. You just can't have it. But, his time he spent in Dallas, what was it, 7 years? He has over 8,000 rushing yards, 68 rushing touchdowns he has. And, he's all right in the passing game. He's not special, but, he gets enough done. And you look at how many carries he has, the usage, 1,881 carries. You know what? Let me see how much he ran in college, too, because that can add to it. Ohio State. No. Let's just go to ESPN, because you can look at the ESPN. Ezekiell Elliot stats. We'll look on ESPN. They'll show us. And I bet you he was ran a lot there as well. Let's see. So, rushing. Oh, yeah. He ran a bit in college. 200, probably over at or almost 600 rushes. So, yeah, that's a bit of a workload. But, played there 3 years. 2 years, he had over 200. He had either 273 carries or 2014, he had 273 carries. 2015, he had 289. Then you look at his NFL career, as I just mentioned, he has 1,881 carries, almost 2,000 carries. And that wear and tear on a running back is 28 years old. Once you hit, a lot of people have been talking about the magic age for running backs, and they're saying it's 27. Once running backs have hit this 27, this age of 27, they down a darn cliff. It just goes down so fast. And, you look at the beatings they take. They're running by guys who are 250, 300 pounds, and 2 or 3 of them barreling down on their bodies at a time and making these cuts. And don't forget, they have a receiving role as well. They block. These running backs put their bodies through absolute crap. And I understand why running, how the market is now. I really talked about this yesterday. I don't want to talk about too much today, but the running back market, it's like, as we're talking about running backs, I don't want to talk more to that. What am I saying? I kind of got to, but you got to understand the running backs, they're trying to get as much money as they possibly could because they know they don't have, after that rookie contract, they don't have much of a future. They maybe have one contract or 2, 3, or 4 years, and that might be it. Or if they get franchise tagged twice, and then that's kind of it. So you gotta understand it from both sides, but you also gotta look at it and say, yeah, the NFL's a business. That's understandable. It's the teams gotta make their money too. They don't just want to throw money at someone and then they not play good. They don't want to do that. It's not worth it. It's not ethical, if you want to call it, in the business sense. You don't just want to go out there and make willy-nilly mistakes, throw money here, throw money there, and just say, hey, let's go do it. Let's hope it works. No, you're going to take the context and you're going to take the history and be like, yeah, no, I don't think paying you a lot of money is a good look for us. I'm not sure if the pros outweigh the cons, if the benefits outweigh the risks. It's something that, it's more risky than to extend a running back with big time money than to just let him go and say draft a guy in the 3rd or 4th round. You look at the past 10 Super Bowl winners. There's 2 running backs out of the past 10 years are being paid over $1 million that year that they were on the Super Bowl winning team. The context is there. The clues are there. That running back just is not a very, very high value position. There's so many out there as well. As I just mentioned, you could go and draft a guy in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, and you're fine. Even some UDFA guys come in and they're phenomenal. They're great. But Zeke, he's a good back. He likes, he also likes the contact. He likes running at people. He likes running people over. He likes stiff-arming people. And that takes a toll on your body. On top of blocking, on top of being hit hard. On top of being hit by these guys going 20 miles an hour. And then you have the huge guys up front just barreling on you. It's not good for the body at all. There's very few running backs that have stayed in the running back for a long time. Like Frank Gore. Look at Frank Gore. Very few running backs have stayed in the league as long as he did. It just takes a big toll on the body. And these guys want their money because they have families. They have futures. And, you could also say that they took this road and they wanted to play football, but they also have to get the most that they possibly can get out of it. It's life. It's business. It's the harsh reality. We're still talking about Zeke. Sorry. For a minute. Nah, you're good. Yeah, we're talking some Zeke. But how much did you miss? How much were you on? So I can see what you really missed. Like what I could say again, maybe. But really, what I was talking about is that the running back position is just, it's a killer on your body, man. It's a killer. It really is. It's getting those 250, 300-pound guys barreling on you, sometimes 2, 3, 4 at a time. Get those big linebackers. Sometimes you got the safeties coming in for hard hits. You got to block. You got to receive the ball. There's so much that these guys are asked to do. But as I've stated many, 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 many times, the NFL, the world, especially businesses, they run off of that supply and demand system. If there's a lot out there, if it's easily replaceable, you're not going to pay a lot of money for it. You got enough. What's the point? You don't need to. If you don't have a lot, like if you look at, let's see, if there's high demand, not enough supply, it's going to be more expensive, like at quarterbacks. Quarterbacks is the position that you could argue are in the highest demand because unless you're a top 10 quarterback that can make a big difference, I would argue and say top 7, top 5. If you don't have a top 7, top 5 quarterback, the rest of your team has to be damn near perfect to get through a conference like the AFC, to beat Patrick Mahomes, the Bills, the Bengals. The Jets are putting themselves in that conversation. Although I'm not sure if Dalvin Cook really makes the Jets better. Might sound crazy, but we'll get to that in a minute. Zeke, man, I like Zeke a lot more than people generally do. I think Zeke is a good back. Now, it is, he may be in the twilight of his career. Maybe he's not what he once was, but he's a good player. And I get it that he's cocky, and a lot of people don't like that, but, I mean, come on. He's making $1 million, doing something he loves. Let him go. Just let him go. But I know that's not going to happen. It's the media. And I understand why people don't like him. I understand it. I get it. But I don't see anything wrong with him being cocky. Players are cocky. Some are. Look at Josh Norman. He's a talker. Richard Sherman was a talker. But we all love Rich, right? Like a lot of us like Richard Sherman. He was a big crap talker. Who else? Wasn't Ocho Cinco a big trash talker? But a lot of people love him. There's nothing wrong with talking trash. Look at Jalen Ramsey. Well, a lot of people don't like Jalen Ramsey. But if you're going to trash talk, it's kind of like people are either going to love you or hate you. That's what it just kind of seems like. To me, honestly. But that is what it is. That's the world. Some people are going to like it, some aren't. But I think that really wraps it up with Zeke. I mentioned that, yeah, he's 28 years old. Did I even mention his contract, how much he's making? I don't think so. 1 year, up to $6 million, so not sure how much exactly it is. But with incentives, if he reaches some of those incentives, he can absolutely he can go ahead and make $6 million. 28 years old, said that. Can he bounce back? In New England, as we already mentioned, it's kind of like a match made in heaven. New England loves their smash mouth guys. They love their guys who really like to play hard. And Ezekiell's that. He likes running through contact. So it's a good fit. It's a good fit. But he's not going to get a workload like he did in Dallas prior to Tony Pollard really coming in and taking it away. Got Ramondre Stevenson. I really like Ramondre Stevenson. I think he's one of the most underrated backs in the league, honestly. And the Patriots got a good line too. He's going to be running behind a good line. How much? Here's another thing. Mac Jones in that offense, in the passing offense. Is that passing offense going to be able to be competent enough? Is Mac Jones going to be able to take that next level? Which he could. Sometimes it takes quarterbacks till year 3 to really take that next step. And if he doesn't, it's going to make it more difficult on the run game. It's going to make it 10 times harder because teams could just stack that box and say, hey, if you can't throw it on us, then we're just going to stack the box and we're going to stop the run, the only thing that you can do. Take a sip of water. I have a little sticker on my water. Take a moment to ask how everyone's doing. Any thoughts? Any questions? Anything going on in your brain that you want to talk about? Of course, of this subject for now. Could talk about Colts later. I'm good with that. Kind of just want to get through this stuff first, the bread and the butter, Then you got Dalvin Cook. Yeah, I think that's really it for the Patriots. I think that's really it. Offensive line is good. Defense is incredible. Dude, the Patriots' defensive line in the preseason game, Keon White, that Patriots' defensive line is going to be scary. It's going to be scary. And that could be another thing. Is that why they went and signed another back that can ground and pound? And, Zeke's very good in the red zone, very good in the goal line. They signed another running back because, they know that this defense is capable of getting a few turnovers, getting some sacks, getting a lot of stops. So they really want to try and suffocate their opponent, but they don't want to wear out their running backs. That could be another thing too. Because, like we've talked about, the running backs don't last long. And you don't really want to wear them out in the season. You kind of want to savor them for the entire season. Just think that with the running back market as it is right now, you can't build around. No, and I agree. That's facts. You can't build around them like you used to be able to. You cannot. It doesn't work. We saw it with the Titans. Yeah, if you do have a running back like Derrick Henry, which not many are like him, maybe one in 1,000 running backs, 1 in 8,000-9,000 running backs. You're going to get one like Derrick Henry. In the NFL, too. I'm throwing in there. Trying to come into the NFL. You're not going to get many like that. And yet they still couldn't get past the conference championship. Look at CMC. He had one of the best running back years a running back has ever had. 1,000 rushing yards, 1,000 receiving yards. Incredible. I don't even think the Panthers made the playoffs that game. I don't even think they made the playoffs that year, And then look at Jonathan Taylor. When he had a historical year not last year, the year prior. Look at when he had a historical year. Where did that get the Colts? Sitting at home getting smoked by the Jaguars and the Raiders and not even making the playoffs. It goes to show. You can't. But that's why the Colts were headed with JT and Andrew Luck. Yeah. Do you imagine? But, we got AR now. And it's difficult, but you gotta... I'm not crying, I'm yawning. I'm not crying, I'm yawning. I'm way past that stage of being upset about Andrew. Still sometimes you look back and you're like, damn, yeah, what could have been, but you move on. The game keeps going. Life keeps going. The earth does not stop turning, my friend. Never will. Never will for anybody or anyone or anything. Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook. Do the Jets really need Dalvin Cook? Honestly? Because you look at how Cook has played throughout his year. He's a perennial 1,000-yard rusher. I think last year he fell short of. Why is my background so like? What the heck is that in the background? Oh, that's the thumbnail. Why is the thumbnail in the background? What is going on? I don't know what I did. Oh well. But Dalvin Cook. I mean, did the Jets really need to pay him at all? Did the Jets really need him? You look at this team. A very good football team. And I guess having a lot of your young playmakers on cheap deals, you just want to go out and sign as much talent as you could. Sauce Gardner is on his rookie deal. He's only 1 year down of his rookie year. And we'll see how he continues to play. It's very difficult for cornerbacks to have years like that year in and year out every year. And he's a rookie as well. So teams are going to have some tape on him now. Quarterbacks, coaches, going to have some extra tape. Going to have all that extra time to study him and try and find some weaknesses. So we're going to see. We're going to see if he could continue to do what he did last year. And if he could, Gardner is more than capable of being undoubtedly the number one corner in the National Football League. If he can continue to do what he did. Are going to be really good with Aaron Rodgers and Cook. Yeah, they're going to be wild. And I don't know where it has came from that Dalvin Cook is not great at receiving the football. He's good. He's not phenomenal, but he's not as bad as everyone say he is at catching the football in the backfield, as being a receiving back. 2019, he had like 500 some yards. 2020, he had like 300, I think, and then it's been like 200 every year since. You know, that's enough. You don't ask your running back's your running back, not your receiver. You know, just because he's not getting 600, 700, 800 receiving yards a season doesn't mean he's not a receiving back. Maybe 2,000 isn't on the high end for a number one workhorse back, but it's not really anything special. So Cook, I just don't understand it. You look at let's look at the running back depth chart. Let's look at the running back. So New York Jets running back depth chart. I don't know why I put running back. I could have just put depth chart, but I made it way more difficult than it had to be. So we got, let's see, Breece Hall. He is on the physically unable to perform us. He's still, I believe it was an ACL tear last year, so he's not going to be back right away. It's going to be a little while. But you still have Michael Carter II, Travis Dye, Ezekiell Elliot. I remember him. I believe he was from North Carolina. 1.6 first team ACC. I'm not reading through all that because no one wants to sit here and watch me trying to read through all that, but I mean, they don't need to sign him to an $8 million deal, but I get it because they want to go out and get as many playmakers and spend all that money, because if you don't spend the money, it's just gonna go to waste. So I understand them going out and signing talent, but we could have used it someplace else. Maybe you could have used it. I mean, they have good receivers. They have good corners. I like DJ Reed. He was pretty good last year. think he's going to be pretty good this year again. They have some good defensive line guys, Quentin Williams, Carl Lawson. Hopefully he'll be healthy. Or did they cut him? They trade him. No, I think they still have him. But there's a lot to like about this team, and I guess, fine. Go out and add more talent, but you didn't necessarily need them. Oh, hold up. The NFL family mourns the loss of Alex Collins. What? Wow. That's rough. That's upsetting. You guys know Alex Collins? Alex Collins? Who just passed. He's only 28 years old. Pray for the Ravens and the Seahawks. That's rough, man. That's rough. But oh, that kind of shook me. Seeing Alex Collins just that kind of has me shook. Jeez. Wow. That's upsetting. That's upsetting. That's why I hate how cheap Chris Ballard is. I get it. I know. I feel the same way sometimes too, but sometimes you gotta sit back and realize and look at it and be like, hey, we didn't overpay for any players, and we didn't, we don't have ourselves in a massive hole right now. And maybe this team is actually being built the right way with Anthony Richardson as well. Maybe I know I am a bit hard on Chris Ballard too, but honestly, it is what it is. We're fans. There's nothing we could do, but I would rather a GM. See, I don't know, because you got to go out there and you got to go take chances to become great. But they're taking the chance with Anthony Richardson. Let's be honest. That's a pretty big chance because he's a high risk, high reward. I feel like that's a pretty big chance that he's taken. But, yeah, I do get it, him being cheap. He's always been cheap. He's always been, trying to cut corners, trying to, penny pinch as much as he could. In some ways, that's good because you avoid paying a player too much and then him just playing horribly and losing all that money to something that's not even going to continue to make a difference for your team. But I mean, at the end of the day, going out and signing free agents all willy-nilly and signing big players is not how a championship team is built. Honestly. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I got for this live. Just want to hop on here, talk about these running backs a little bit, Talk about the backs a little bit. Trying to really fix this. This is like a mess. Alright, no, it's still got screwed up on the side. Now it's screwed up on that side. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's the patience is good in a lot of circumstances, in a lot of situations, but sometimes it's tough to look at and be like, yeah, man, we could have someone else. We could have been better. But you also step back and realize and be like, yeah, teams going out and always signing big-time talents, big-time names has never really been the answer. But I do think Ballard is stingy at times. I think he's a little stubborn. I think that's where I'm going, what I'm more leading towards. And yeah, he went ahead and signed Tia Sabor. He went and signed. I do like the Rodney Harrison signing. That's a good signing. Good depth, good veteran presence. That's a great signing in my opinion. Great signing. But yeah, sometimes you feel like he could have went and got out a few different names to really fill in for the lack of an experience in the cornerback room. That would have been nice. It would be nice, but Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Maybe he's waiting for cuts, waivers. That could be what he's waiting for or what he's up to. But, man, ultimately, it is what it is. We just got to enjoy it and, take what comes. Take what comes with it, Because it's wild. It is, but it is what it is. Buffoon guy, what's your prediction for which NFC team will be in the playoffs? NFC North? Or just... Oh, wait. No, you said NFC. I don't know why I was thinking AFC when you said NFC. What's up, Buffoon guy? Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you. What's your prediction for the NFC team? Let's go through the divisions. I'm gonna write everything down, every team down. So we got let's start with the AFC East, right? We have the Eagles, we have the Cowboys, we have the Giants, we have the Commanders. Just mean 7 teams? No, I know, but I'm going to write the teams down so I can see what teams, I kind of have making it. You got the East, I don't know why I said AFC East, it's NFC East, but I think the Eagles and Cowboys are locks. A lot of people may look at me and say the Cowboys, yeah, you're wild, but I think it's either going to be the Eagles or the Cowboys with the number 1 seed. Call me crazy, but I think the Cowboys have a really good squad. We got the Eagles, Cowboys. I could see either one being number 1. Now we look at talking about number 1, so let's go to the NFC West. You have San Fran, yes. Seattle, maybe. You got Cardinals, Rams, no. Neither of those make it. Then you go through the NFC South. I mean, that one's kind of a toss-up, I think. I mean, I know the Saints are very good. They have a very good football team, but I think people are sleeping on the Falcons and the Panthers. So, New Orleans, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Atlanta. New Orleans, I think any team but Tampa Bay, it's a toss-up. I think the Saints got a shot, Carolina's got a shot, but I think we could agree on one of those teams will probably make it. But if we had to put them up against another team, it'd probably be up against the Giants from the East. So let's go through one more division, and then I'll do my seedings. So the NFC North. We got the Packers, Minnesota, Detroit, Chicago. It's a pretty good division. It could either be a very good division or a very bad division. And I can see this division not being, the division winner not being sealed until the last week is over. That's how close I think this division is. But, man, of who wins it? No Aaron Rodgers. I think I'm still going to take the Packers. The Packers or Detroit. Because Chicago can be very good. They have some very good pieces put in place. Fields is going to be a boom bust. He looked really good in the preseason game. Him and DJ Moore connected on a huge play. We'll see. We'll see how it performs in the regular season. Minnesota, I honestly think Minnesota's a very good team. I could see 3 teams making it from this division. But let's do our seeding. So 1, I've really been hyping them up. I'm going to go Dallas 1. Now, are they going to be great in the playoffs? Probably not. They're probably going to lay an egg in the playoffs. But the Cowboys are a very good football team. Very good football team. Now, 3 teams could take number 1. Dallas, Eagles, or the Niners. I'm taking Dallas. Then you have, let's go San Fran, 2. 3. So Dallas is the AFC NFC East winner. San Fran, NFC West winner. How about, I think the North is tough. But if the Saints are good, the Saints can be the 3 seed, I think. Because they have a good football team. The defense has taken a step back, but they have a very good defensive coach in Dennis Allen. The question is the offense in some ways. Derek Carr has carried a franchise in Las Vegas for quite some time. Should I go wild here? Should I go wild and throw a wild one? Let's go with the piping hot one. Maybe not piping hot. I think it's somewhat realistic. Let's go Detroit. Let's go Detroit at 3 at the NFC North winner. Let's see how Jared Goff plays. If Goff reverts to his old self, Detroit won't win the division. If Justin Fields doesn't take that big leap, they won't win it. So honestly, the safe bet is Minnesota. Because Kirk is good. I mean, not much really changed, but it's not always good to stay the same. It's not always the best. You need to change something because when we stay the same, you don't normally get, you're not getting better. And you got to get better. And if you're not getting better, is it really a better year? Is it really, is it a success? No, I don't think so. I think it's tough though. I'm gonna go. I mean, the NFC North is a toss up. Honestly is. But if Justin Fields booms, I can see the Bears winning it. I can see them winning it. But I mean, I think we're going to stick with Detroit. And then we got the NFC South. New Orleans, Carolina, no Tampa Bay. I don't even think Tampa Bay makes the playoffs. I don't think the Commanders make the playoffs from the East. So at 4 we got all right, man, gotta go head out. Gotta get up early in the morning. Respect. Gotta be in that grind, I hear you. I understand you, but I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you stick around. After I'm done here predicting the NFC, I mean, I'll probably head out too. It's gonna be 9:15 here. I have to get some other things done. I have to finish watching film. I still have quite a bit of film to get to, so that I want to watch. So, get up early in the morning. Great stream. I have what? What did I ask? I don't remember what I asked. But hold on. I don't know what did I ask? I don't remember. But you're gonna do yours. Do yours. Yeah, I want to hear yours too. I want to hear yours. Who do you think is winning the NFC? But 4, I mean, I can't pick who's gonna win the South. I'm gonna go New Orleans. I'm gonna go to the Saints. At 5, let's go Philly. At 6, let's go Minnesota. 7, should we do Green Bay, the Giants, or Seattle? 1 Dallas, 2 Niners, 3 Lions, 4 Falcons. Okay. Okay. So I'm not the only one putting the Lions winning that division at 3. I guess it's not too far-fetched. 4 Falcons. That's fair. I can see the Falcons doing it. If they're going to be that dominant in the run game, I could see. Swap Niners and Dallas? All right. Philly 5. I got Philly at 5. Seahawks 6 and Giants at 7. Now, you good. I can see the Giants making it at 7. I could see it. They have a damn good football team. Now, I think they overachieved last year a little bit. but they're a good football team. They have they have a lot of good pieces in place. If every single year Daniel Jones has gotten better. If he could do it again, now he's got Darren Waller. Hopefully the offensive line can stay healthy. There's a lot to like. A lot to like about what the Giants are building. Defense line is great. I think their cornerbacks are a big question. Linebackers are a bit of a question. Safeties a little bit. So I think the Giants defense can struggle against good offensive lines and good offenses. Volcano, what's up, man? Bro, Will Levis is going good. I heard. I think you were telling me. I think you were telling me that Will Levis is going. Unless that was someone else. I think you were in here the other day. I think you were. I think I remember. But what's up, y'all? How you doing? We talked about the running backs a bit. If you have anything to say it. We'll talk about Zeke, Cook. I said that I think Cook was not necessary for the Jets. They already have Breece Hall, who looked really good last year, but he is coming back from an ACL, I think he had last year's. He's not going to be ready to go, but they have Michael Carter. They have that 5th round pick. I don't remember his name. I can't say his name. I cannot. But then you got Ivan Pace Jr., I think his name is. I think he has a lot of upside. Maybe not Minnesota. But I think Minnesota has... So I'm going back to my rankings a little bit. But if you want to say anything about the Zeke and Jets thing, thoughts on Richardson first start, it was good. It was inconsistent. The interception was bad. The Colts did come out and say that Isaiah McKenzie didn't run the route he was supposed to. He didn't get the depth he was supposed to. But Isaiah McKenzie ran a little more shallow because the nickel corner was blitzing. So he's thinking, if we get out here faster, AR can get out to me faster. But he showed a lot of really good things. Honestly. He was poised. He didn't seem like it was too big for him. Like, he wasn't nervous at all. It's like he had confidence. He threw the interception, and it's like, it didn't bother him at all. He just came back and slung it. He made a beautiful, nice, I think it was a 20-yard pass to Conlon Granson, and then, oh my gosh, he made a very difficult throw to make. It was a deep out route to Alec Pierce. Would have been a touchdown. If not 1 yard line, 2 yard line, very close. The defender was right behind him, right on him. Right in the bucket. Right in his hands. Pierce dropped it. It couldn't have been placed any better. Not gonna lie, I think Dallas is gonna make this move. Ooh. Okay. All right. Let's see you. I think Dallas is gonna miss the playoffs. I mean, that would be pretty devastating considering how much I have hyped them up so far. That would be pretty devastating for me. But I mean, I think that's a hot one. I think that's how. Oh, I just thought of it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do Hot Take Tuesday tomorrow because I'm not even gonna be home. I might have to get the hot takes like in the morning and get them done like in the morning, like before 5 p.m. Yeah, that's doable. No, I think we'll still get Hot Take Tuesday up. I know. Every week something like comes up and I won't be home at the time, but man, 3 drives a preseason game doesn't give you much over. Yeah, that's very true. You look at, he is very raw, as Volcano said. He's extremely raw. But also, and yeah, what you said about preseason doesn't give you much. Reaction Monday, yeah. It doesn't give you much, but he did look good. From playing 13 games in college, 12 last year, I thought he looked better than I expected. He looked much better than I expected. But he did miss a few routine hitch routes to Pierce. I mean, Pierce was held, so maybe it looked like it was not thrown accurately, but actually kind of was. I watched the QB school, I think, and he said that he was tugging it, and it was a good ball. So, I mean, I guess it was. Can't be arrogant. He said it was. He literally saw his quarterback for a living, so I got to, on YouTube, I got to kind of, like, go with his word a bit. I mean, he broke it down as well, so. But yeah, in preseason, everything is like not very complicated, very watered down, very simple. And it looked like it was a lot of maybe one read stuff. But also on that play where he threw that, that bucket to Pierce, he dropped it. That beautiful corner route throw. He also missed an open Pittman. But I mean, if you're going to put the ball in the money like he did, it's fine with me. But Pierce has got to catch it. He did also overthrow Pittman once. And that first completion of Pittman was a little high. Yeah, he's extremely raw, and he has a long way to go. But I thought there were positives to take away from yesterday, or from Saturday. I absolutely thought there were a lot of positives to be happy about. And the Colts will be in the wild card race later in the season, but kind of fall off. That's fair. Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not fair. Maybe it is. No. I think it is. Just, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. A lot needs to go right. But back to our NFC predictions. So, let's have a new page here. So, I had Dallas at 1. Dallas at 1. Let me try to look up so I'm not like so. At 2, San Fran. I can see San Fran being 1, though. That would not surprise me. Over the Eagles and Dallas, whoever wins that division. 3, Detroit. 4, New Orleans. 5, Philly at 5. The last 2 are kind of like, you could put like 4 or 5 teams within 6 or 7 and be like, yeah, that can happen. You could put Seattle. Wait, did you put you put Seahawks at 6? I think that's fair. I actually kind of like what you did. Seahawks at 6 and Giants at 7. I feel like that's the right move. But what's crazy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those teams are making it back to the playoffs. It doesn't happen often. Usually it's a lot of different teams. So, you know what? Let's go with Green Bay at 7. Let's go with the Wild. No, because let's go with Minnesota. And then 6, you know what? I'm going Giants at 6. No, I think the Seahawks should make it over. Should maybe make it over the Vikings. But then you have. No, the Commanders won't make it. You still have Chicago who could come out of the weeds. Because, did the Seahawks. No, the Seahawks did change. They got a lot of good playmakers. You got Devon Witherspoon. They got a lot. Saints in the South, easy money. Yeah, I think the Saints win it. But, I mean, the Falcons can be, I think, are a little overlooked. They're just going to be so dominant in the run game. But the pass game, big questions. But they do it. But Desmond Ridder has weapons. So, there's definitely nothing to scoff at and look at and be like, yeah, they don't have anything. They have stuff. They could get it done. But, yeah, I think I'm going to end this thing soon. I've been on almost an hour. But, did you guys like me covering a different team a little bit? Mixing it up. Having 2 lives in a row, too. That's different. We went a while there where we didn't have a live since, like, the last game until, like, a few weeks before the season started. So we really went a long, dry stretch without a live. You guys like the more consistent lives. I feel like it literally, you have live conversations with each other, and it's great. But yeah, I think it's time to get off. I have to go finish watching tape. I have quite a few games I have to get through yet. And I can't, and I kind of want to, I think I'm going to stay up all night and get them done. That might be the move. But, yeah. All right. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. I apologize for, not going longer. I usually go a little longer, not even making it to an hour, but Yeah, this was fun life. Good, 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 good. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. Are you happy that I'm trying to like dibble dabble around, not just do the Colts? I'm really trying to branch out. That's I eventually want to be covering like the entire NFL, but we gotta branch out slowly. We'll get there, but right now we're still a lot of Colt stuff, but I think branching out is a good idea. Expand the audience, keep building that empire, keep building that great community that we have going. You guys symbolize the bricks. Like when someone says, brick by brick, we're building this brick by brick, and there's nothing without the bricks. And I think a good symbolization is you guys being the bricks. Without you guys, without the bricks, there's nothing here. There's no building. There's, Jets or Dolphins, who better? I think the Jets. I think the Jets are better. The Jets have a good offensive line. Dolphins. All right, all right. Can Tua stay healthy? And with Jalen Ramsey being out for the year, I think that makes a big difference. But yeah, the Dolphins' offense is wild. Skill positions, but their offensive line isn't great, and their running game isn't great. So the Dolphins don't really bod well down the stretch. They may start the season off hot. They may start with a really good record and do really good like last year, but once it comes to December, the end of November, and then the beginning of January, you got to be able to run that football. And without a consistent offensive line, I think the offensive line is good. It's better than I thought before I looked into it a while ago, but it's nothing special. And you got to be able to run the football. Their defense line is going to be really good. The defense line is going to be really good. I love Javon Holland. But look at the Jets, man. The Jets have a really good defense line as well. They have really good corner and sauce as well. There's a lot to like about both teams. That's true. That's true. That's very true. But I would counter that with look at Aaron Rodgers versus Tua. Tua isn't really proven, but Aaron Rodgers is. The thing is with Tua, last year before he dealt with all that head injury stuff, he was looking really good, was killing it. Had an injury, came back, and he didn't look very good. So it's what Tua are we going to get? I guess you could kind of ask a similar question to Aaron Rodgers because last year he wasn't great. He was dealing with injuries, and yeah, he's getting older, but are we going to get like something? I'm not saying MVP Rodgers, but are we going to get Rodgers playing at a very high level? Or are we going to get a Rodgers that just doesn't care like he did in Green Bay? Because it seemed like he didn't really, obviously he cared, but it seemed like in a way he's just very nonchalant about everything, just only caring so much. But yeah, all right, I have to get off, guys. I really appreciate you guys being here, and I'm sorry to cut things short, but I gotta go get stuff done. I really appreciate you stopping by, you guys commenting, giving us something to talk about with each other. Thank you, Tones. Thank you, Buffoon Guy. Thank you, Ginger Ninja. Thank you, Volcano. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the stream. All right, before I go, top 10 QBs. Okay. This is it. This is it. I just did a QB list on this too. Let's see. I had Pat Mahomes. I think everyone could agree with that one. 2, Joe Burrow. Kind of the table. Just got home from work. Sucks I got here late. Hey, we're gonna do top 10 quarterbacks. Screw it. Think we're gonna get an MVP Rodgers because he looks happy with the Jets. That's true too. Happiness does contribute to players caring and playing at the highest level possible. It's like a new environment, fresh start. You get a new fresh breath of air, and you get a nice fresh breath of air. And sometimes it changes you. Sometimes it gives you that little juice that you needed. And then 3, you guys may be shocked. I'm going to Aaron Rodgers at 3. I mean, I don't think it's too crazy. 4, Josh Allen. 5. You're good, bro. You're good, though. No worries. Hey, late's better than never. And good thing our man Buffoon guy keeps on bringing up topics. So we're good. So we're going. So let's see. Let me look at my running back list because I want to stay consistent with it. I don't remember who I had at 5. Was it Jackson? Maybe it was Lamar Jackson. Let's see. Damn, I posted a lot of videos since. Well, ads. I'm complaining about that on my own video. Alright, let's see. Oh, wait, no. I had Josh Allen at 3. No, I had Josh Allen at 3. So, yeah, Josh Allen at 3. Give me your top 10s, too. Give me your top 10s while I'm talking about mine. No, I feel like I should have put Aaron Rodgers over Josh Allen. I feel like Josh Allen, he's great. But it seems like he has his moments and he has his stretches where it's like, what are you doing, man? Come on, get back in rhythm. I feel like Allen has those kind of stretches. So let's see. Sucks to hear about. Oh, dude, I know. I just saw it too on stream. It's like 28 years old. 28 years old. It's sad. It is. All right, number 4, we had Aaron Rodgers. 5, Justin Herbert. Oh, maybe I should have been doing it from 10. Ding dong. Who starts their list from 1? JDW. 6. This one may surprise you guys. You guys want to try and guess who's at 6? Oh, wait, no. 6 is Lamar Jackson. 7, I have Trevor Lawrence. You guys think that's a little high for Lawrence? I don't think so. My thing with Lawrence is when he is good, he is one of the best, if not the best in the league. But when he's bad, he's like Carson Wentz bad. Just go and watch the Chargers and Jaguars game, the playoff game. It's a perfect summary of who Trevor Lawrence has been. All right. 1 Mahomes, 2 Burrow, 3 Allen, 4 Herbert, 5 Hurts, 6 Lamar Jackson, 7 Trevor Lawrence, 8 Aaron Rodgers, 9 Dak. Good spot for Dak. That's where I have Dak. I have Dak at 9. And at 10, you have Danny. Probably got... Listen, I have Goff at like 16, I think. Or 17. I'm not overreacting from last year for Goff. I'm not. And I'm not saying you are. I'm not. I'm just saying, you know, from what we saw last year, Goff was incredible. It was very good. 9 Herbert, 8 Cousins. I have Cousins at 10. So, yeah. I have Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers. Wait. No. I have Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers. Wait. Okay. 1, Patrick Mahomes. 2, Joe Burrow. 3, Josh Allen. 4, Aaron Rodgers. 5, Justin Herbert. 6, Lamar Jackson. 7, Trevor Lawrence. 8, Jalen Hurts. 9, Dak Prescott. 10, Kirk Cousins. Maybe, are you a 49ers fan, Tones? All right. And actually had Deshaun Watson at 11. Let's see who else. I have Matthew Stafford at 12. Derek Carr at 13. And then I have Tua at 14. And Daniel Jones at 15. I like Daniel Jones. I think he can be very good. My thing with Daniel Jones is he's still got to find a way to get productive. And I understand. He had, not specifically, it's just kind of hard to ignore his 7-0 record. Yeah. Yeah. Should make a list on worst QB since. Whoa! Oh, you guys want to do worse? Bet. That's a good one. All right. This has to be the last one. This has to be the last bit. We're going to end it on quarterback. So all right. So let's start at. You guys give me your top 10 worst quarterbacks, and I'll give you mine as you guys are doing it. All right, let's see. I'm going to start at the worst. At number 32, I have Anthony Richardson. He's so raw, and he has a long way to go. I can't be putting him up too high until he proves something to me. Worse is so much harder because you're basically pulling QBs out your head because the best QB is... Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, if you don't want to, no worries. I'll just do it. Well, he's unproven, but he also had, the best defense in the top 5 offense. Have all the rookies bottom. I don't necessarily agree with that. I understand it because none of them are proven, but I feel like if you're gonna do rankings, if you're gonna leave them out the bottom, I don't feel like there's a point in ranking them. If you get what I mean. At 31, I have Baker Mayfield. 30, I have Jordan Love. 29, Desmond Ridder. 27. I have Russell Wilson. No, 28, I have Russell Wilson. I'm wrong, but it's still the NFL. Yeah. Texans fans say Davis Mills on the worst. Well, I put starters. I only did starters. And I actually have CJ Stroud a lot higher than I initially thought I would put him myself. Well, me putting Russ at 28. Russ is just... There's only so much... you just can't reverse time like people are thinking he's going to do. Just can't. It just doesn't happen. Once you're struggling, you can't really move like he used to. He just doesn't throw to his tight ends, and his strength is getting out of the pocket and running the football. Can't really play to his strengths all the time anymore. I have Bryce Young at 27. Kenny Pickett at 26. Let's see what we got next. I think at 25. Yep, 25 I had Brock Purdy, so listen. What, Russ is way better than 28? You think so? I mean... He was. It's just, I think he's so far gone, man. I think Russ is so far gone. I think he's too far gone. Brock Purdy, 25. I feel like I could have put Brock Purdy higher. I could have. And considering I have Sam Howell, CJ Stroud, Mac Jones, Murray, some of these guys over Brock Purdy may be very questionable. But he had that really odd elbow injury that a lot of quarterbacks have a really hard time coming back from. And teams now have tape on him throughout the offseason. They have tape. How is he going to respond? If he plays like he did last year, and he's consistent throughout the year, he's moving up to top 15. Easily. Sam Howell, 24. Reading Geno Smith, I think he had one good year. I can't wait to see it again. We'll see. We'll get there. All right, CJ Stroud at 23. I know, that might be a little high for a rookie. Mac Jones at 22. Kyler Murray, 21. Justin Fields at 20. Might be a little high. No, I think that's a good spot. I think that's a good spot for Fields. Ryan Tannehill at 19. All right. Look, I get Russ can't turn back the clock 3 years, but like he wasn't showing signs of life when Hackett got fired. Yeah, because he did start playing well again. That's true. But I don't know, man. It just didn't seem like he had the team either, if you get what I'm saying. Like the team like just wasn't really getting behind him in a way. He can be a great player. But I don't think Russ is what everyone thinks he is. I could be wrong. Maybe this year he will prove me wrong big time. Maybe he will. And I like being proved wrong because that's how you learn. All right. 18. I have Jimmy Garoppolo. 17. Jared Goff. He had one. Jared Goff, I'm not going to overreact, like I said. Goff, if he can do what he did last year again, he probably belongs in top 15. But I need to see it again. And I'm not sure if Goff can do it again. Teams have a whole offseason with tape on him from last year. Have a whole offseason of tape on that scheme and what he was playing in last year. We'll see. He got Geno Smith at 16. I really like Geno Smith. And I think he was incredible last year. He was top 10 quarterback last year. But I want to see him do it again. Consistency is kind of the thing that's kind of like becoming a theme here. I love Geno. And I love that he's like, they wrote me off, but I ain't right back yet. I love that. And I love his attitude. I love him as a leader. Very accurate. But can he do it again? If he does it again, he'll be put higher. Excuse me. Daniel Jones at 15. Tua 14. Carr 13. Stafford 12. And we went through our top 10 a couple times. So, yeah. That's it with them. Really, then. If you got me. All right, y'all. I really got to get off. I really got to go get this stuff done. So, nice stream here. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Thank you for chilling, talking some football with me. Thank you, Head of the Table, Tones, Buffoon Guy. Who else? Ginger Ninja, Volcano. I like going back up through the people that have been here. I think it's respectful, and I really like showing my appreciation for you guys. 100% all the way. Josh Kissinger was here. Tones, you've been here. I think that's it. I said Volcano, Tones, Head of the Table. All right, let's see. I'm reading this. I'm getting off. I promise. 32 AR, 31 CJ, 30 Young, 29 Ritter, 28 Love, 27 Howell, 26 Purdy. Hold on. Wait. Ritter 28, Love 26, Howell 26, Purdy 25. Baker Mayfield 24, Tannehill 23, Garoppolo 22, Pickett 21, Mac 20, Carr 19. Okay, so we really have Carr and different spots. Russ, 18. I just think, like, Carr, like, I know he hasn't been the most consistent or the most, flashy guy in Vegas, especially last year he was really bad. But I feel like Derek Carr was the only thing keeping the Raiders from being, like, just like the Browns. They have, like, new head coaches every couple years. Not a stable franchise. Never really had the team around them. And I feel like Derek Carr is the only reason why the Raiders were watchable. Why they competed in a way. Well, yeah, they did have really a lot of good guys like Khalil Mack. Some of the years there, they had Khalil Mack, Crabtree, Cooper, Waller. The offensive line was really good some years. So there were some years there where you had some nice toys to work with, a nice cast, but it wasn't often. 18 Stafford, 17 Fields, 16 Watson, 15 Geno, 14 Kyler, 13 Kirk, 2 of 12. Wait. No. Kyler 13, Kirk 12, 2 of 11, Goff 10, Danny 9, Dak 9. Goff 10, Danny 9, Dak 8, Rodgers 7, Lawrence 6, Lamar 5, Hurts 4, Herbert 3, Allen 2, Holmes 1. It's a good list. Respect it. It's different from Nine. I have a few different opinions, but that's what I love about football. There's so many different ways to look at different scenarios, different lists, rankings. There's so many different ways to look at things, different opinions, and sometimes it opens up your mind to different avenues of thinking, of critical thinking, and that's why I love football. So many different ways you can think of it. So many different ways you could talk about something. So many different situations. Unlimited. But all right, guys, getting off. Seriously, I'll see you, Buffoon. See you ahead of the table. Tones. Ginger Ninja. Volcano. Josh. I said Tones. Appreciate you all. Good night, Buffoon. Good night, everyone. Last but not least, a shout out to our members here. Oh no, that's what I replaced. Okay. Peace out, Tones. Peace out, man. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Members. All right, members. You know who you are. Marshman and Red the Rat. Don't ever feel obligated or like you have to become a member. But when you do, I really appreciate you giving to the stream more, giving to the show. It enables me to give more back to you guys, especially the members. You get a little extra, but never feel like you have to around here. Never feel like it's it's an obligation. But if you do become a member, you're supporting the show and you're further supporting it, so you get a little extra, and I appreciate that. So thank you guys for tuning in to the JW Sports Talk Show. This is all I got from me. JW signing off.